going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Sonali Basak. Sonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
very much a traditionalist. I like staying with the dollar. You know that from when I was there. It's make the dollar the choice. I hate when countries go off the dollar. I would not allow countries to go off the dollar, because when we lose that standard, that will be like losing a revolutionary war. That will be a hit to our country, just like losing a war. And we can't let that happen. And too many countries now are fighting to get off the dollar. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We know we have options expiring today. The stock market is closed over 15 billion. But like I stated, it wouldn't be that bad just because the stock market is closed. And guys, you know, on the weekend, we're the only game in town. We have Coinbase launching Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Dogecoin futures. And then on top of it, we know we pump at the beginning of the month because they need Bitcoin as collateral on the 5th. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which were slightly up on Friday. Dollar was slightly up. Volume in crypto right now is down. We have Tether and USDC. And then we have the US and UK probe, a $20 billion crypto transfer to a Russian exchange, Garantex. And guys, we know the boogeyman is always out there. And we know that Tether movie is coming. And then, guys, we have the Fed repo at $594 billion. Yes, it's going the wrong way because we know they have to keep manipulating these yields. We see the dealers coming in to manipulate yield. When it comes to the market, nothing is real. And then on top of it, guys, we get PCE numbers. We know the media, of course, is trying to play it down. As expected. That's what they say. Inflation keeps rising. They keep saying as expected. No, it's not as expected. It's all corporate greed. Inflation is supposed to be going down, but remember, this gives the Fed the reason to keep rates higher for longer. So then therefore, it's just going to break everything, guys. Remember, we're in a fragmented world. Everything has to be destroyed in order for the fourth industrial revolution to rise. And we're seeing the supply chain being destroyed. We're seeing everything being destroyed, but of course the sheep are asleep. They're focused on things that don't matter. And by the time they wake up, the robots, algorithms, and drones would have taken over the economy, paying each other with crypto, and they'll be in the metaverse. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale were flat yesterday. And then we had Bitwise files for spot Ethereum ETF amid the SEC approval uncertainty. And we know the SEC is playing the Hegelian dialectic when it comes to whether it's a commodity or a security. We clearly know it's a commodity because we see the use case of Ethereum. Now, was it a security when it first started? Probably so. But right now, it's definitely a commodity. And then you have an actual government entity saying that it's a commodity and already have products claiming that it's a commodity. And then you have another government entity saying it's a security. It's ridiculous. And we know Gary Gensler was at MIT, knows all about crypto. So guys, remember, this is nothing but a movie. You're just watching a script in order to get us moved over to this digital economy. They have to play the Hegelian dialectic in order to move the agenda forward. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, guys, we have FTX estate to unload over $7 billion of locked Solana. And yes, you heard that correct. Every time you turn around, it's billions and billions of dollars that FTX had in its possession. And I think they only needed $5 billion just to stay open. Just what Solana, Anthropic, and Robinhood, they definitely should still be in business. But remember, guys, the banks are the biggest what? I'll let you finish that. This was all a big plan to move this money around. Mark Yusko said it perfectly. Sam Bankman-Fried was just a distraction. And guys, we know what the Bankman was working on. This $100 trillion derivatives market on blockchain being ran by an algorithm and not a human involved. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. Guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.